It's time for another fantasy car collection, and this time I'm with a very special guest. He is one of the biggest YouTubers, and I have to say, after the car talk we just did, car spotters in North America.
Yes, sir.
I am with Thestradman. Here are the rules. Number one, you've got 10 spots in your garage that you can fill up. Number two, you have an absolutely endless budget.
Wow.
And number three, you can never buy a car again.
Lamborghini Veneno Roadster, number one.
Wow.
Game over, done.
Why?
There's 9 of them in the world. They're super mysterious. It's got a 6.5 liter V12.
It's a crazy car.
It's a crazy car. It looks like a spaceship. The first car I ever filmed on my YouTube channel that got over 1 million views was the Veneno.
Okay, no.
So there's that close attachment to the car.
You're a Lamborghini person anyway.
I am a Lamborghini
Why?
guy. It's less about the glamour and the posh. You know, you meet a Ferrari guy and you know, they just have this certain snobby feel about them sometimes. Not all Ferrari guys, not all Ferrari guys, just some. I have a Ferrari. I got an 812. When I was younger, I went to Ferrari dealerships as a little kid, and I would roll up in my mom's minivan. Right. We had no business being there. We couldn't afford a car. And the Ferrari sales guys weren't that nice to us. They didn't want us there.
I'm so afraid of that happening when you walk into one of our shops.
They hated it. And you'd go to the Lamborghini dealership. Sales guys were so incredibly nice. First time I ever sat in a car was at a Lamborghini dealership. I never will forget that.
Anyway, a color combination, inside, outside.
Viola Pacife, so Lamborghini purple exterior with a full white interior.
I get the feeling you're not really into subtle cars.
No, sir. No, sir. I get the feeling you're not either.
Second spot in your garage.
Pagani Zonda Cinque.
Nice. Now there's 100 different versions.
I'm gonna go with a coupe because I have the Veneno Roadster, so I'm gonna go with a coupe. There's one in Southern California that is bright green.
Yes.
And that would be my spec.
All carbon?
Exposed carbon center stripes with green paint exterior.
Interior?
That one has like black interior with green piping.
Nice.
Kind of a little more subtle.
Yellow would work.
Yellow would work good too. But yeah, that one with the green with the black interior, I think is killer.
Third space in your
Koenigsegg Agera HH, which I already have.
Tell me about that car. How did it happen, and what do you think is fascinating about it?
It has the production top speed world record. That's just cool. You know, it's got the performance. And the Agera, there's 58 of them in the world. I'll never forget the first time I saw an Agera. The doors, the way they open up. Every kid loves cool doors. That never gets old. Every time you walk up to the car, it's dramatic. It's a party trick. You can't beat that. It's fun. It makes you laugh.
I love, you know, me being German.
Right.
I love how you celebrate that, because in Germany, you know, it's not even doors or rear wings or anything. A car that is not silver, people look at you and go.
You turn the car on, it's got a twin turbo V8. It's so loud inside the car. You feel like the engine is strapped to your spine.
Yeah.
And then when you accelerate, it's just like hold on for dear life.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you have to respect the car. You'll never master, you'll never tame the beast. You're just trying to get closer and closer every single time you drive it to taming it.
Yeah. Number 4.
Lamborghini Murcielago LP670 Super Veloce with a manual transmission.
I had a feeling you were going to see more Lamborghini than usual.
Hey, we do have a Ferrari coming up, so maybe we'll save that for the end.
Okay, why this one?
The Murcielago to me is that perfect blend of analog supercar with some tech, a little bit. Murcielago sounds incredible, 6.5 liter V12. Absolutely screams with the right exhaust, manual transmission. It's got the doors that go straight up. The Aventador doors actually go more outward, whereas the Murcielago goes straight up.
Okay.
Love that feature. And it was a childhood dream car. There's something about the cars when you're younger that leave an impression on you. And
I love how apparently you don't give a shit about what people think and just go buy for the cars that you love.
Absolutely.
Color?
There's one that's blue Glauco. So that color, I think with a matching Tiffany style interior.
I think this is more color than we've ever seen in a fantasy car collection as well. Number 5.
I think you're gonna like this one because you can't have just 10 hypercars.
That's the rule that people normally remember at the end. You know, I go, oh, you said number 3 was what? Oh, you can never buy a car. Oh shit!
Right. You can never buy a car
I can't
again.
even transport a chair home from IKEA.
Exactly. Well, luckily you make something that can transport a chair home from IKEA. The Brabus 6x6.
Well,
the Brabus 6x6. That's got to be on the list.
A lot of chairs.
A lot of chairs, right? A lot of chairs. That's got to be on the list, though.
It's a car that is completely outrageous.
It is. But it's practical. It combines everything you want in a vehicle. You can go anywhere you'd like. it has that supercar feel to it also.
So now we've got to build you with 6x6 gull-wing doors.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You heard it here
Oh
first.
my God.
First of its kind. Now we're talking. That would be, could you actually imagine how cool that would be?
I don't know if that's a bit too wild, but let's think about
You're
it.
the one who suggested it.
Best regards to Jahren and our engineering team.
Now spec, I think I would actually go
Yes.
with your spec. I'd want a subtle exterior because it's
Yes.
like the daily,
Yes.
but the interior I still want it to be crazy.
Yeah.
A black exterior with the carbon bits,
Yes.
and I think I'd go with Tiffany.
Number 6,
Ferrari F50.
Ferrari F50.
Yes.
Haven't heard that one in a long
No,
time.
F50's got a V12. It's got a V12. I mean, that to me that says enough. You know, and it's a 2-for-1 once again. You know, the hard top comes off. It's a bit of a pain. It's a bit of a full day project, but it can be a roadster as well.
I'm guessing that if you own an F50, you might have somebody helping you with.
You would. You'd have a guy. If you have an
Probably
F50.
most owners, you want somebody to help you with that.
You do definitely. With all the other cars in the collection, I think having just that quintessential red Ferrari F50
Right.
would be pretty cool.
So,
McLaren F1.
come on,
Yeah, I
that's
know.
a
It's
good
a
one.
it's a gimme, but it's
good
such a cool car. It's a 3-seater, once again, manual V12. You're starting to see the trend. A lot of V12s.
Yeah.
But the F1, I mean, I still remember seeing that car, you know, in what, 94, 95 on the cover of Car and Driver.
it was
The doors, the butterfly doors, never seen that before.
It was the Jamera of the day.
It was, yeah. This is
the
the storage that opens on the side.
The Chiron of the times.
The gold plate on the engine bay. Like it checks so many boxes.
Color?
So I'd want an F1 LM. I'd want the ultimate version, and so I think I'd want the like papaya orange, black interior.
Fine.
You know, quintessential F1 LM.
Number 8?
But I have to have a Challenge Stradale, Ferrari Challenge Stradale, because the name Thestradman comes from. So it's got to be in the garage. White with black interior. The Challenge Stradale, I saw one in Roseville, California. I must have been, I don't know, 14 years old, 15 years old.
Right.
And just the coolest car. I was obsessed. The 360 design is beautiful, revolutionary. I needed a username for FerrariChat.com.
Right.
And just sitting there, you know, you're trying to come up with something catchy, and the Challenge Stradale is your favorite car, and you're like, Stradman. And little did I know that
Nice.
15, 20 years later, I'd still go by Stradman.
Number 9.
Ram TRX.
Ram TRX.
Have you driven one?
Yes, I've driven one.
It's my current daily.
A Ram. I would have expected Raptor.
I had a Raptor, and I bought a Ram, and I had the Ram and the Raptor at the same time. And that Hellcat engine, the TRX, it's just a
coolest
game
ones.
changer. It drives like a supercar. It's unbelievable.
Color combination?
White exterior,
Interior? On the Ram?
black.
Last one.
See, part of me wants to say something like a Jamera, but I'm gonna go with the Jesko. It's such a special brand. It's like one big family. Christian himself has treated me with so much kindness.
Very nice.
For so many years, even when I was a car spotter back in the day. He never imagined probably I would own the car.
But you know what?
But
he feels the same passion.
Yeah. And so
I listened to his stories when I talked to him, and he said, you know, I did this because I wanted to build my own car.
yes, yeah.
I didn't
And
do it to make money.
Nope.
I didn't do it to be somebody. All I wanted to do was build my own car. The Jesko is a fascinating car. They have 2 versions.
Yeah, they have the Attack and the Absolute, but the Absolute is the top speed version,
Right.
and then the Attack is like the track version. But they're both street legal.
This is quite the collection. If we calculate how many horsepower we have,
That's your job. You can
dear Brabus
count it
team
up.
and dear Brabus team, calculate how many
Count it
horsepower we have in this fantasy car collection. I don't think I've ever had as many super and hyper cars.
Really?
In a fantasy car collection. Wow. It's so fascinating that everybody who does this video with me, every time you expect some similarity to show up, and every time it's completely
different. I love that.
Completely different. I'm very happy that we got to know the fantasy car collection of the Thestradman. And I'm super happy that you took the time.
Thank you for having me.
James. Again,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you for coming to Dubai.
Thank you.
Being a part of the Brabus family. I've made a vow to think and talk more about Lamborghini, and I've also made a vow to eat pizza at Strat Pizza.
Yes, sir.
in Arizona.
I love it.
And we'll do that. So
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
James, absolutely.
Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Wir stecken viel Arbeit in die Videos auf diesem Kanal und deshalb wäre es toll, wenn ihr das Team belohnen könntet, indem ihr das Video liked und den Kanal abonniert.